The title says it all, guys. The world is standing united, not just the United States and its people and its many races, creeds, and colors. The world is standing united. Hey, Suzu. Hey, Paul Fullerton. How are you? And yes, you were first, Paul. The world is standing united. Beautiful thing. I've been looking, and there's protests now in Germany. There's protests in, yeah, I do. There's protests in, by the way, hi, Sci-Fi. Hey, Joni Rotten. I was looking this morning uh, um, throughout the world now. Scotland, UK, Germany, US, probably many more countries to come. So, right now, doing protests. Yes, Paul, you're right. You're right. And it's actually mind-boggling, and I don't I never thought in my lifetime I would ever see what I'm seeing uh, with the old, young, all races, creeds, nationalities now coming together. You know, hey, Swimmy, yeah, who cares about Grumpy? He's a lying bastard that puts people's lives in danger and ass. I don't give a fuck. Don't come on my channel talking about a piece of crap like that. Um, I know what he is, and many others know what he is, and it's already being worked on. So, yeah, I believe in magic. I just made you disappear. So, how you doing, Big Tim Hill News? I keep forgetting you changed your name to Big Tim Hill USA. I'm so used to calling you Big Tim Hill News. What do you mean psychological operation? It is. Lots will fall for it. If you care to elaborate, because I'm damn proud to see what I'm seeing. Hey, Ottertron. I just seen you, Ottertron. To tell you the truth, I'm sorry, buddy. You know I'd say hi to you. I'm glad to see you. I ain't seen you in a while. Where the hell you been? Ain't seen you in a while, man. Hope you're doing good. I really hope you're doing good, bud. And if anybody'd like to come up here, like Joan or and Autotron, anybody. Hey, Drew, see, buddy. But I'm glad to see you, Autotron. Service out there, yeah, it's pretty bad. It's pretty crappy. Even Roadhog used to say that service was crappy out there. The service is crappy out there. Tongue twisted. I'm happy to see what I seen though, because I needed to. Man, it's getting too hot for that shit. Wow. Okay. Hey, Joe. Okay, Joni. Okay. But yeah, I'm glad to see. Excuse me. Need to quit smoking. Get rid of that morning cough. Crap. I'm glad to see you, Ottertron. I'm glad you're back around. Glad I get to see you again. I have worried about you. I was about to start asking people about you. With what's happening around the world, the government might want to be fearful of that. Who is who? There's the that's the thing. That's showing united people. Or have you not? You all are good at going back into history, or have you not seen unite in history? And I don't think ever has the world united like this. And I'm talking the peasant people, not the people of uh, well endowed and whatever countries. Uh, I don't think you remember what history has taught you there. I've seen you all go back into history to make your points, including you, Joan. History has proven when this happens, when all races and creeds put aside their differences, governments had to listen or governments fell. Hey, SNS. Hey, Catilla hon. I ain't seen you in a while either, hon. I hope you're doing well. And thank you, Joni. Thank you for grabbing that, Joni. We shall see who is who. We shall see. History has never been shown that. History has shown when the peasants rise up, yes, some lost their lives, and them are great heroes in history. Many of them are great heroes in history. Some didn't make it into the history books except for as a number and a name, but many have made their great marks as well. But they all are great heroes in history that gained their country's freedoms and abilities to be heard and things like that. Hey, Ed. Okay, Joni. That's fine, Joni. And I've seen that time and time again where history does that. Hope you're doing good today, Ed Ramirez. No, not the history that I know. I ain't looking back in what they're trying to teach in history today. I'm talking the truth. And do you not think seeing the world, not just a section of the world united in a common cause, don't you think that terrifies the elite? I know it. I know it does. It has always terrified the elite. It has terrified the elite from back when kings in medieval times ruled their countries. It scared them. Awesome sci-fi. Sci-fi. That's cool. That's awesome. And yeah, if you believe Raging Scorpion, and I don't even know who Big Ripped is, uh, he would have had all the if he would have had all the auditors long ago. So just to let you know, he would already had all the auditors. Raging Scorpion would have had all the auditors long ago. Yeah, and you saw where it worked on the people, and then now but now the people are done with it, and I don't see they scared the people. Yes, they did, and I kept saying, "Quit being scared of it." But here's the thing: there's nothing like the people scorned. People realized they were lied to, and now they're realizing that their lives are in danger, and their whole livelihood of life is in danger. Wow, Bruce. Wow. Glad to see you were okay and everything went good for you, and it's going good for you. Um, hey, Clarence, if I missed you, I'm sorry. Yep, there's Clarence. Just seen him. Their agenda's falling apart. Are you not seeing that? Here's who. Their agenda's falling apart. That's what's making me the proudest. Yep. Yeah, Swammy, you remember Kevin Swain? Swain is, yeah, I can't even say can't even say his whole name. Yeah, that's him. That's him, Catilla. Yeah, I started calling him Swammy, and he stuck with it. Uh, I'm very happy to see what I'm seeing myself. I'm not trying to discredit you who's who. I'm just very happy to see what I'm seeing because I know what history has shown. So I think we might be. I mean, it's probably still going to be a fight. Don't get me wrong. I ain't saying it ain't. But it ain't just one country anymore. It's many countries that are saying, hey, we're done. And I'm loving it. But I hope it happens across the world because everybody across the world deserves that. Everybody across the world, sci-fi, deserves that. All right, these hands, thank you. Raging Scorpion. If like I said, if he wanted to get all the auditors, you already would have had them a long time ago. There's another country, New Zealand. Glad to hear it. Glad to hear it. Katila, you have a blessed day too, hon. I love you, hon. You know that. Don't be such a stranger, girl. Okay. I'm glad y'all are subbing each other. I'm glad to hear that. Sci-Fi Bride's a good guy, by the way, Bruce. Good guy. I'm glad y'all is giving each other subs and everything else. Here's the new guy. Where's Tammy? Hey, Ricky G. Believe it or not, it's me. It's just me without hair. Y'all, I'm damn proud of our world right now. It's going to be a fight. I ain't going to say it ain't. It's proven to be a fight already, so y'all know. It is proven beyond a shadow of a doubt it's going to be a fight. But cops right now are committing atrocities here in the United States as these protests are coming on. 75-year-old man knocked to the ground, hit his head, had blood coming out of his head. And one cop even tried to stop to help him, and he was grabbed and put back into line and told not to leave him be. And the cops walked on. Guess what? 5 cops got fired for that. 5 cops are also looking for. They're looking to charge these 5 cops for that old man. Uh, that's something new because back before all this started, them cops would have knocked that 75-year-old man to the ground and made up a lie on reports and got away with it. And don't look like you're going to get away with it this time. There was a young man who supposedly had a gun and tried to pull a gun on the cops, but there was no sign of of a gun anywhere, and many witnesses seen it. The cops knocked the man to the ground, the young man to the ground, started kicking him. He's in a ball because he's getting kicked and hit. And then the cop pulled out his gun and shot the guy twice and killed him. They are they are now looking for 2 cops as well. The one that was helping kick the man, and the one that and the one that uh, um, was did the shooting. That happened in Washington State. Uh, let's put it this way: the governor's been calling for it now, left and right. The 75-year-old man. You can go look up the records right now on that. I don't have that right now, or I'd put it up there for you, so you can go look that up. They had and Como made sure they got fired. That 75-year-old man happened in Buffalo, New York, so you know they're gone. Uh, and then that whole squad quit the police force. Well, not quit the police force, but quit being a squad out there as a tactical squad on the streets. Hey, Bruce Davis, how are you, buddy? So that's what you have that you're looking at right now. Yeah, you can. Yeah, I'll put. If anybody wants, if yeah, anybody wants to come up here, you come on up. Hey, Mike Taylor, how are you? Yeah, it's quite an interesting sight to see because people and these cops in the past have gotten away with this shit, and now they ain't. Uh, there's a lot of atrocities happening that they are not getting away with now. There's two. They're these cops are starting to shit a pickle as well, and I'm loving it. Now, again, like I said, it ain't going to be an over 100. It took hundreds of years to get where we're at now. Okay, it ain't going to be an overnight change. Don't think it is. It's not going to be an overnight change. I believe that it's going to change. And there might be fights before it changes. Okay, don't get that wrong. Do not get that wrong. I am not that naive to think that there may not be still fights yet to come in more than one way. I'm not that naive to think that. But it's good to see that the world stands united, not just some race, nationalities, creed, whatever. Okay, everybody's standing united on that. All nationalities. I've seen here in the United States alone. I've seen uh, Middle Easterners. I've seen Orientals. I've seen Spanish. I've seen black. I've seen white at these protests, and probably other. I hate saying Middle Easterners because, but I'm so stupid to their culture that I do not know the Middle Easterners, but I've seen them. Okay, and it's a great thing to see. I'm seeing and that's right here in the United States. Now I'm seeing the world come alive. Order out of chaos. And the order that comes out of chaos is beneficial at times, especially when they see that they're especially when they see that they're having their hands slip away. But I hope and I understand where you're I hope and I understand and I do understand part of that, what you're saying there. And I hope other people understand and see what you're saying there. Don't lie down at one little thing going your way and say, okay, well, it's all good now. You got problems that there's many problems that need to be fixed, and problems need to start being fixed. Don't be content with one problem being fixed and then leaving 3,000 others unfixed. I see what you're saying. Because that's what they're going to try to do. They're going to try to do that. Let's appease people. All right, Jason D. I will. Hey, hey, Jason, can you do me a favor? Can you put a link in there to your channel, please? So I can, so for one, you can promote your channel that way by putting a link in here. And plus, also, I can get there. When I go to look up your name, buddy, it gives me about 5,000 Jason D's. They're trying to control the narrative. Who is who? They are trying to, and I'll give you that. They're trying to with their mainstream media propaganda. But their mainstream propaganda is even losing hold here. At least here. I don't know about there. Mainstream here is losing its control. It's not. People are realizing that real quick. Mainstream media is just that propaganda machine. Oh, yo, don't forget to go support Jason D here, guys. Jason D's a good guy from what I've seen and from the way he seems to be doing. I got him. Wow, that's pretty pup there, Jason. No, not exactly true, Paul. The ball's in that court, and the ball's also in the court of changing laws uh, on how cops are handled. Hey, Bama Green Eyes. Uh, uh, um, but as I was saying, oh, awesome, Jason D. Awesome. Great. Just be remember to respect them and make sure they don't mind because there's certain things that they probably will not want recorded, Jason D. So respect them, don't disrespect them, and you'll always be welcome back. You know what I mean, brother. But yeah, the ball's in the court of also changing all laws on how cops are dealt with. They need to quit being having the preferred immunity or whatever you call it. I know that. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, bro. Hey, what I'm you. That's why I'm. You knew what I meant by what I was talking about. Um, from what I understand, uh, right now, there are some that have. But we want to try to do this peaceful. We rather do this on a peaceful, and it's been an isolated incident here and there. Who is who? But there have been some that have. Uh, but I would rather see this done peacefully myself. That's what I'm talking about. Don't think there ain't a fight yet to come. Who is who? I ain't that naive to see that. I'm very aware there may be a fight, right to bear arms and all that. Jason D, go please subscribe to Jason D. He's a good guy. You're welcome, Jason D. I just don't want anybody. We need to do this peacefully as we can because I'm telling you now, there was no truer statement ever made in a movie than what. Oh, NorCal is just giving Salty Rant hell. Salty Rant and him give each other hell all the time. NorCal, you need to chill. You've all have always given each other hell since the beginning of, since I've known y'all. Don't get so sensitive now that you want to get all up in Salty's ass, NorCal. Come on. You're just jealous because he won't give you the frog and you know it. You just want to get Kermit high. That's all. We all know that. And Salty, don't you get all uptight about NorCal. You all have been fighting since I known you. It's all been in fun. So, but y'all, but yeah, it's good to see, and hopefully, good reform will come from it. But to see to the right to bear arms and all that, don't think that might not have to come down to that. But as I was getting to the point I was getting to, there was no truer statement made in the movie than in the movie Patriot itself. If arms are taken up, come to your streets, the war will come to your own front yard, and your kids will see the war itself. There's no truer statement than that ever made. And kids will grow up knowing the atrocities of war. That is something I truly, truly do not want to ever have any kids see. But it may have to come to that. I am not so dumb as to think that. It may not. you, so maybe you're just as bad as NorCal with him. Uh, Bama Green Eyes. Have you ever heard of a tree called the Devil's Walking Stick? It's also called the Devil's Club. A few other things. It's got little thorns all the way down the bark of the tree. Uh, Make sure you take a piece of the bark, you break off all the thorns. You have it. See if I can find a picture of it. I know you got it all down there. There's a lot. It grows in patches down there. All right. I'm gonna bring this picture up and show you what it looks like. I'll show you a few other. Um, that particular, you see how that's clustered with the spikes on it and all that. I'll show you leaf pictures of it as well. There's pictures with the leaves on it. Well, so you know what it looks like. Right now, you would see that a lot out there in the woods right now. There's some more pictures of it in the leaf with the leaf form. Here's more pictures of it and what it looks like on the stem. That particular tree right there. I'm gonna try to bring that back down. Y'all see it there. Sorry about that. That particular tree right there. Hey, morbid angel. Hey, one hot gal. How are you? Uh, that particular tree right there. You take and find some of that, and you break all them thorns off, and you take a piece of that bark, and you can put it on that toothache. Do not swallow it. Spit it out. As your mouth fills up with saliva, do not swallow it. Spit it out. That right there will help your toothache, Bama, and it's better. It's better than any uh, um, Oragel or anything else you'll ever find. So you know, it's a very good thing. So, but just remember, spit it out because if you do not, that stuff that the stuff that makes your teeth numb can give you ulcers. Okay, so keep that in mind. You don't want to ever swallow that stuff. Spit it out. Keep spitting it out. All right, Mama. And it's called the Devil's Walking Stick. And I know there's tons of it down in Alabama and down in the South. There's tons of it. All right. When I had teeth, I used to use that when my teeth were bad and just destroyed out of my mouth and start to break off and crack off. I used to use that all the time. But like I said, always remember to spit it out. When your mouth gets full of saliva while you're doing that, spit it out. Do not swallow it. Thank you, Morbid. But I am very happy to see what we got going on right now. I, for one. The world, you say, well, what about the world that has no guns, that has no whatever? A government knows a government can't be in place without people to put it in place. And listen to what even the non-armed citizens do if it come down to having to the right to bear arms and pick up arms. I still to this day am hoping it never comes to that. I'm telling you that now. And it's not for myself. I ain't afraid of what the fuck. I only live once anyway. What the fuck? It's for the kids. The kids deserve a better world to live in than what we've had to live in. They deserve not going to jail because of a cop claiming false bullshit lies. Deserve a world. It's all to you funny. The world deserves a world without people in it that are claiming to be one thing and not the other. This is what the world deserves. Uh, y'all, we know they need to see. There also needs to be not only reform of for this part of killing. We need reform where they don't have the right to lie to you. You're right, Paul. You're right. These damn um and there's so many people now that are looking at, oh, you got a misdemeanor on your record. We don't want you. That's what they're looking at right now, Paul Fullerton. Even people with misdemeanors on their records, a lot of jobs don't want them anymore. Okay. And they were lies. Morbid. It does. All the way around. All the way around. You know, we'll see who is who. We'll see. Because if they actually went back to the truth of the government from which this United States was made, honestly, I don't believe there was a controlling factor in the Iroquois Nation, which the Iroquois Nation had a written type of written constitution that the Constitution of the United States was written on or written from. Okay, Iroquois Confederation is what gave us uh, the Constitution. So you know, a lot of people don't know. I do. I've known it for years. The Iroquois never pushed their beliefs on anybody that didn't want their beliefs. You say, but yet they fought other people. The only time that I know of that the Iroquois truly, uh, truly, fought people was when people decided to come into places that they had to feed their people with, and then they fought for that to keep their people from dying. They, but same as the other nation of Native Americans that would uh, try to come in and take their food, they were doing the same. But there were many of them even went to playing a game called the Little Brother of War to settle their disputes. The Little Brother of War was okay. You give me 10 of your best, and I'll give you 10 of my best. Whoever walks off the field won. So there wasn't total annihilation of cultures and beings. Okay, and total genocide. I think that's pretty cool. Now, as far as what I mean by walking off the field, okay, yeah, okay. Some games would end up where maybe you might need to die, but a lot of them games did not go that far. A lot of them games went to being okay. Uh, we whooped your ass, and we proved we could whip your best ass, and that's the way it went. And then people had to go find a different place to hunt. Okay, that's a lot of that's a lot of things that people don't know. Oh, I agree. I agree, who's who. That's part of the reason why this stuff's happening, buddy. The government has shit all over the Constitution. And I agree wholeheartedly with you, who's who. The government has shit all over the Constitution. There ain't no doubt about it. Why things are happening today the way they're happening. People are also seeing that even other countries, I'm not sure what Article 61 in the Magna Carta is. Um, I'm going to have to look that up. Let's see here. Magna Carta 2015 is covenant signed by King John on the Isle of Runnymede in 1215. Article 61 of the Magna Carta is included in the original Magna Carta in 1297. The Model Parliament confirmed Magna Carta and statute law. Much of the statute. There you go. That I hope that does work good for you from the simple outline that I read. Really look into it. Good, who's who for you. Um, the because that looks very interesting. The simple outline gives you the ability to say no to your government, which is awesome. And I hope it does work for you in the UK. I really do, who's who, because you need some type of footing and foundation as well. Um, and I hope you go with it. I hope it works, and I hope it stands for y'all. I really do. I'm looking at that right now, buddy. The simple outline to it is great. So it looks pretty damn awesome to me. So I understand that, who is who. I understand that. Uh, and that's a sad fact for even here, bud. Even here, it's a sad fact. I'm telling you, it is. Uh, it's liable to happen here. Even don't think it can't. Don't think it won't. The government has done it before. I'm letting you know that. Tiny Mouse, you crack me up. You crack me up. I'm telling you, Tiny Mouse, you're awesome. Uh, so, but don't think it can't happen here. Uh, don't think the National Guard might turn guns on its own citizens. You're right. You're right on that. Who is who? You're right, and I agree. The stupid ass laws that they've been coming up with throughout the world, um, to try to break our spirits and try to make us not be people, have gotten enough for the world. And it's a epidemic. You want to know what the true pandemic is? World government. That's the true pandemic. And their stupid laws. That's the true pandemic. That's the true pandemic killing people throughout the world. I will gladly do that. Um, Bruce, gladly. QLD Cop Watch, guys. Subscribe to him. He's from what Bruce said, he was in the front lines for them when they were doing the stuff. He was in the front lines of our Brisbane, Queensland stand today. He will have what he videoed in the next day or so. Keep an eye on him. Also, Wobbly. Yes, Wobbly Boost was doing stuff to keep them backed up and safe as well. Right, who's who. You're so right on that, who's who. So right. There you go, guys. Wobbly Boost is doing his best to help them out. Um, he's and Wally Booth's been a good guy in the community. Sometimes me and him don't see eye to eye, and I know he don't like me. He don't like some of the things I talk about. But I'll tell you now, I don't have much of a problem with Wally Booth because he don't go on and on and on about it. As same as I with him. He's a good guy, and I like him. So yes, please subscribe to Wobbly Boost. Um, Wobbly Boost is a good guy. And these videos need to get out, get mirrored, and get saved as well as ours. I'm telling you right now, I think we're looking at a bigger picture than any of y'all know in world history events. This is one of the biggest. This is, in my opinion, this is going to be one of the biggest turns of events, even for the United States since 1776. It's either going to go really good or it's going to go really bad. I don't see no in between on that either. I ain't so naive as to see that. It's either going to go really good or really bad. Well, Jason D, I've seen you around for a long time, Jason D. A long time. You've always been polite. You've always been respectful. That's why I don't have no problem now that you are deciding to put videos out to help promote your channel. Wow. Awesome, Bruce. Awesome, Bruce. Yes, Bruce. Yes, Bruce. I agree. I agree. See, that's one thing I do agree with Wobbly, but he's staying wanting this shit to change as well. We have that in common and in agreements, no matter what any disagreement we have. And I love him for it. Okay. And I still am able to have a cordial conversation when I see him. And thank you, Jason D. Thank you. Um, all right, thank you, Bruce. Thank you. Um, This is stuff that's happening in our world, and it's great. I'm telling you now, don't think this shit's hasn't come to a head. It ain't come to a head yet. I do not personally think it has. And I don't think it's close to coming to a head. And there's going to probably even come a time where we aren't even going to be able to talk like this for a while. Honestly, I I've seen what they've done throughout the world when what they call insurrection happens. Egypt, for one, when they didn't want the people to talk to each other and communicate with each other, they shut down all social media. They did it in Israel as well when they had their little coup going on. They took away all social media. So don't be surprised if that happens. I'm telling you that now. What do you think that executive order Trump signed was? That executive order gave him the ability to shut down what he deems fit to shut down in social media. And he used the idea of Twitter fact checked him. Who gives a fuck? If we don't, who is who? If we don't, I have a feeling that will compel more than what you ever know. Hey, Bruce, what's up, buddy?
Peace, everybody.
I honestly believe if the rights to bear arms are taken from the United States, it's going to compel more than you'll ever know.
It's good. I've been listening to you, Tammy, while you're up there, mate, on your own. You've done well talking about what's going to happen. I agree with you. Hopefully, this is only just the start of what we're going to really want to do. Let's hope that there's going to be more people. Um, it's going to happen hopefully here, Sydney, in Australia, on the eastern states of it. Their march was really good. The people that condemned it was thrown out of court, so it is now a legal thing where they can go and march. And from there, I'm not sure what's going to happen. Something's going to be written. So yeah, so that's been on the
See, there,
news, and they've been
that's
told that
that right there's some great change.
yeah, yep.
I
So
mean, they're
that's good
giving
for
you the
Sydney.
ability to voice yourself.
Yep. Well, we're watching Queensland Cop Watch today, and right up until the end of it, it was an hour late. So, right to where they end up having to stop virtually, and one bloke had to blow it all by getting in front of a cop car, four-wheel drive, holding the bull bar, then jumping around on the car, not jumping, but walking all over the car, mate. That stuffed it up at Queensland one. That was the only one person, and Queensland Cop Watch was there and caught it all on camera, and that was the only fault. But otherwise, it all went really well. There was no riots, and I think we're going to get another one for sure. I'm really sure about it. I've got me hopes for it too, because I do want to go out there. The more the better. We have to get if we're close enough to do it. It's an hour and a half away from me, but that's all right. I'll get there somehow. I might stick at Daz. I don't know if you know Daz. I might stick my car at Daz's place, catch the
Hmm.
train in 5 minutes, whatever. Yeah, might even walk it. So good walk, do me good. I can picture some other stuff around here for you to look at. But I'll have
Right.
to take a few battery charges, that's for sure, at least 4. That's what Queensland Copwatch took today, because he
Right.
had a couple of lids and everything going. So he done well for what he done. Yeah, it was really good. Good to
Yep.
see. So
I'm
what's
glad.
on Wobblies today's live is what Copwatch, Queensland Copwatch was filming. So Wobbly um, sort of lean on him to be able to show everyone what was going on.
Yep.
So yeah, because he didn't go live, Queensland Copwatch, so Wobbly done it for him on his own site. So yeah, it was good. At least six and
That's
a half
awesome.
hours of video, and then he stopped so he can not make sure you go too far over and you can't edit it then. So and it doesn't get taken off the air. So it was good. No, really good.
Yep.
You'll see it. You'll definitely see it.
I, I I can't wait to watch it because
Yeah, so you'll need
I'm proud
6 hours.
of y'all.
Yeah,
I
that's
really
good,
am. I'm
mate.
proud of y'all,
Thanks. Yeah, no,
and
we're proud of you.
I'm proud
So
that they're giving. I'm proud that they're actually giving you some more freedoms
yep.
because
And it's actually the Aboriginal culture is actually letting us get that bit of freedom too.
yes,
Yeah,
I'm glad about that as well. That you
me
that
too, mate. Yep, definitely. Like there's some bad cookies amongst the bunch, along the bunch. I mean, but that's like in any type of person you are, any sort of feature. If you're Chinese, Japanese, there's always a bad couple in a bunch. So
yeah.
yeah, but
That's where as we as peaceful protesters
yeah,
need to stop them at this
yeah,
point in time. There may become a time when they're needed, though.
yeah.
There's also a thing called the enemy of my friend. And remember that. And maybe a
I'm
time you
sorry
need it.
you broke up there. I didn't quite get what you said then.
I said there's a thing called the enemy of my enemy is my friend. So don't alienate them people because they may be
Okay,
needed later.
right. No worries. Yeah, no, that's
Let's
right.
try
Yeah.
to do this peaceful first, not
Exactly.
go straight to fucking violence.
Exactly, mate. Exactly. That's yeah. I'm so proud of our Queensland, Australia people. Did bloody good, mate. And Melbourne and Sydney. Melbourne went on for a little bit longer. They had the Aboriginal dances and everything in the main streets and stuff. This is at night time. No, it went really well for us Australians. Let's hope now that it'll link on to helping you Americans as well. Uh,
I, I
um,
think I think personally seeing the world coming together is going to help our
yeah,
cause and us coming together as all cultures that are here are standing
all
side by
one.
side as
Yeah.
one. It's going to help you all as well. It's going
Oh,
to
cool.
we're all helping each other with this. Okay.
Yep. Can't
Um,
can't say, mate. You're right on the spot on. Yep. Everyone goes for that.
see here, I think the wake up call to begin with was the violence. Okay.
Mm. Yep.
Uh, that woke them up. That
Yeah.
shocked them into having to listen to our voices.
Yeah.
Okay. Now it's time for us to try to do this peacefully and try not to let that
Yeah.
go any further
Were
than it
the
has
were
gone.
the were the idiots going around breaking and what do they call them? Evangelinis?
Uh,
Were they?
Vigilantes.
Yeah, were they those mob people or what were they? You know, they haven't said much about them. These people, what they're all about? Are they in a club or something that started this riot or
Oh,
what?
some of them are Antifa, some of them are whatever. Okay,
Okay, yeah, just idiots that just got pissed and thought, oh, well, I'll just do this.
but
Yeah,
I do see where that was needed here. Okay,
Yep.
it's
Wake up
been
call.
proven in our history.
Yep.
You got to do something to wake people up.
Yeah, you look at
Okay.
New Orleans, eh? Remember that one?
Hmm.
You know, like, and they went through enough as it is with cyclones without having to burn houses down too. So you know,
Right.
this is another one, but it's getting to be worldwide. Hopefully, let's try and. That's
Yeah.
what I said
Let's.
all day today. We need a TV station just so everyone can watch us worldwide. I think you heard it too. So we can have everyone watching us on a TV station the whole day. Nothing else on TV except for us in a talk, telling everyone the truth that's really out there, showing the truth without getting cut. YouTube saying, no, you can't show them this shit. You know, that's showing the truth about cops that are bad out there. We don't want that, you know. So yeah, no, let's need platforms. I think might be end up having to do. YouTube might cut us all out. We might have to get our own websites, get
Hmm.
TeamSpeak, so everyone can still communicate with each other.
Yep.
It'll be in the not so soon, but yeah, I think that'll come to
I'd
that one day.
suggest. I would suggest investing in a shortwave radio and
Mm,
an old school
yeah,
one, an old
yeah,
school shortwave radio, not
that's
these new
right.
ones,
Yeah,
because the transistor old school ones are the ones that will
way
not
out.
fail
Yeah,
if they decide to throw an EMP pulse out.
that's right. Exactly. Yeah.
Each
Yep.
other's phone numbers.
Believe me,
Yeah.
I have done so much research into just this very thing. You know,
Good on you, mate. Yeah.
uh,
I'm missing the live comments too. I'm sorry, everyone.
hey, Wiley Coyote, what's up, buddy? So I would suggest anybody that truly wants to help invest in a shortwave radio
Yep. Yeah.
and
Get one
and
go 50
invest
k's.
and invest time in learning a different language
Yeah. Yep.
that
That's
everybody
exactly it.
can correlate to.
I
Okay,
did that
because
in Melbourne, mate. I did
yeah,
that in Melbourne. If I wanted a bit of hoochie coochie, I'd be saying it different, so I wouldn't get caught at this place with it.
right there you go.
Yeah.
Yes, learn. I would actually definitely do that for
Hmm.
the simple fact if you're speaking something that other people don't know, even if they're listening in on you, they're going, "What
Yeah.
the fuck? What the
Yeah.
fuck?" You know.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's right. And they have to have a radio or a tape recorder to tape it because it's not recordable with CB radio. And it is recordable by having a tape in front of it. It's not like YouTube. You can record YouTube without having a recorder because you just copy it. So yeah,
uh,
the old CB radio is the best ones to go for sure.
well, according to our government, if you want to listen to our government, Antifa is a terroristic group that wants to take over the world. Honestly, Antifa seems to be uh, a very, at least I would say, more militant group
Okay.
that believes in their cause of bringing equality to the world. Yes, that would be considered terroristic to the United States government or any other government. Now, wouldn't it?
Where are they at?
Antifa is actually there's Antifa throughout the world.
Okay, yeah. And that'd be, yeah, wouldn't be liked by the United States
Right.
police. Okay.
Antifa is very much more militant what our peaceful protests are. Uh,
Okay. Yep.
they will destroy stuff to get their point across.
Yeah.
They
Right.
will wake people up in a quick to get their point across. They'll do what it takes to get their point across.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh,
Like the gorillas.
right. They but their point is they want equality. Okay. I've never heard, oh, we want more superiority.
Mm.
Okay. They seem to want equality. Now, a more militant group that is willing to do what it takes at all costs to get their point across, that would be considered a terroristic group to the government.
Yeah. They even
Okay.
said that. They did. They said that two
Because
days ago.
that's not the government propaganda. They go against the government propaganda. They go against
Mm.
everything of what the government's trying to even portray, even at this point.
Mm.
Okay,
That's right. Yep.
uh, so so to get they would be considered a terroristic group. Um, I ain't gonna say that all of them do, Caterpillar, because they got a lot of white folk in Antifa. So I can't say they hate all white people. Uh, uh, so just to let you know, because there are a lot of white people in Antifa, and that was proven up in Washington State. Uh, Washington State, there was more white Antifa than there was black Antifa up there. So you know,
Yeah. Yeah. So there should be. No, there's more whites in there. But at least everyone's pitching in and doing a good job. It's
right?
good to see.
And
The
I
riots
still,
should
and
stop with the riots now and have peaceful ones. Should be everyone around the world should be on their cities, their government's White House or Parliament House. Everyone has to walk those streets towards the Parliament House
no,
to.
they were
They won't let
no,
you.
they
The
no,
army
they
will be there.
yeah,
Yeah, with the National Guard.
No, they were not white supremacists.
Mm.
See that's the government narration on them. Oh, these white Antifa are white supremacists. Oh, these black Antifa are black supremacists.
Yeah,
Okay,
just one right.
it's called demonization.
Mm.
Okay, anything to make them look bad.
Yeah.
Just like they've done throughout the world. Our government has. They demonize something. Let's take Saddam Hussein for example. Oh, we want his oil. We want Kuwait's oil, which he's in
Mm.
control of.
Yeah.
So we demonized him. Yes, maybe he was bad on some of them people in his country. Okay, but that's been going on for 10,000 years. Why the fuck now do we want to
Mm.
stick our nose in it? Okay,
Yeah.
because it had everything to do with
Oh,
oil.
detour.
But
Detour.
to make it look good, we had to say he had weapons of mass destruction.
Mm.
So we had to go take him out. And yet there's never been no proof yet to this day.
That's
When we went
right.
in there was weapons of mass destruction. It's called
Exactly.
demonization.
Yeah.
And they will demonize anything that goes against them and make it look like it's the worst thing to ever walk on
That's
two
right.
legs,
Oh,
four legs,
definitely.
or any other thing.
Yeah, that's exactly right, mate. They will. Yeah.
Now, yes. As far as that goes, yes, they do hate the white supremacist idea. Okay, where the whites are more superior than any other race out there. They hate that. They want
Mm.
equality. Okay,
Yeah.
they don't. They hate that the
But are
idea.
we? But are we? Look at the Chinese and foreign countries. How many of them to Americans? Who's got more people? China or America?
China, by
Mm.
hands down.
No,
China's
so
got everybody beat, hands down.
yeah. So why are you getting blamed for it now still? It's a fucking pain in the ass, that thing. Kick it off your ass and say we're not fucking nowhere near as bad as China with white people and having, we haven't got a grudge against anyone. No?
Caterpillar, if they are Al Qaeda, then why haven't they rounded them up? Think
Yeah,
about
clove
that.
oil, some
If they're
spread.
Al Qaeda and known, what they call known terrorists, why have they
Yeah,
not rounded them up? Why are they allowing them to be there? It, there, see, that's called demonization. That's called demonization. They are no different than you or I. Are more willing to go further for the cause of what they want.
that's right. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, at
And
this
they need
point
to
in
see
time.
it too. They need to see us talking about this sort of thing. They need everyone
Hmm.
that's out there, because there's a lot of people out there that still don't know how to use a computer, still haven't come into the YouTube world. There's a lot of them out there, and we need them all to be able to watch us on a TV station, to have a real life TV station on us,
Yeah.
giving them the real footages without it being cut, what the coppers are doing. Let's us have a fucking TV station. That's my dream.
I agree. Why?
There,
I knew an old boy that tried to do that up in
yeah,
Missouri. He tried to start his own station and
yep,
everything else, and they destroyed him.
yeah. They would. They would. We'd never get a chance, would we? Well,
Mm.
that's why we should change that law. That's one law we should change. Give us a vote to whether we want to fucking put a TV station on or not. Eh? Otherwise, we'll boycott TV. We'll turn it all off so no one watches it.
Well, that's what I was talking about, Caterpillar. There are Afghans, there are Middle Easterners standing up with us.
Yeah, there is.
Okay, right here in the United States. I've
Yeah,
seen them. I've watched them walk the streets in peaceful protest
yeah.
in Minnesota. I was amazed. I watched 4 or 5 of them within less than 5 minutes walk by, and they weren't doing anything but peacefully protesting.
That's good. It came
Okay,
out good.
um, and uh, uh, and they were in their traditional outfits and things like that, what you would
Yeah,
see from over there in the Middle East.
yep, yeah.
Yes, we do have them standing with us. You got to remember, they are part of our culture
The thing
and,
is, though, I
and part of our
find
world.
now this virus is getting around. They've got a good reason to have their face covered. But I think if the virus disappears these days, well, do we take the mask off? And do they take their mask off when they walk into a shop? So they're not actually looking as though they're going to rob the shop like they did before the virus came out. You know what I mean?
Right, right.
I respect their religion and being covered the way they are. The women want to do it that way. That's up to them. But have we got the right for them to remove their mask so they don't rob a bank, or because someone else might get just dressed up as a person from a foreign country as what they are and get dressed up and rob banks. Now that's going to put a blame on the Afghanistans who have those wraparounds and everything. But yeah. So it's sort of a flip turn there. Do they take it off when they enter banks only? They can put it back on as soon as they walk out of the bank. No, no problem. But yeah, I've got no problem with them wrapped up and everything. So
I don't either.
no,
And we got to remember, they are part of the United States now, guys.
yeah, yeah.
They're
Yeah.
part of the world, as a matter of fact.
Well, I look at the ones that travel all the way from overseas and land in Australia, and they've been put in camps. When I see that, I see my mum when she's been in 2 camps when she came to Australia from Poland with her mum and the 2 brothers. That's what happened to them. They were innocent people, worked their life out. My mum was only 3, but my nan, she worked her bum off. She went into prison camps, about 2 or 3 of them. Then they escaped with the help of the U.S. Army. Yeah, it was a struggle for them. She's seen a lot of killing, my nan, a lot of bombing in their camps, people losing half their body, like and screaming for help still at the same time.
Wow.
Yeah, and I remember my nan used to telling me all this stuff. I was only about 9, 8. I still remember it, and Mum used to tell me about it as well. But yeah, they came over in Australia, and they were immigrants, and they had to prove to be able to stay in Australia without causing trouble. So they were in a camp like these Afghanistans and all these others up in Northern Territory. They're just, some of them are innocent people. It's just the money hungry people that put them in their danger by bringing them over by boat and getting turned around and sent back home.
Um, you're
Sorry
thinking
if I
of the
talk too much.
tragedy of 9/11. You just never know in our country today where no one tells the truth. Here's the truth, Caterpillar, and you can take this to the bank. Every group, every being of people, okay, have good and bad in them. Period. End of statement. There's the truth you can take to the bank. Okay. Australians have their good and bad people. Uh, UK has their good and bad people. United States has their good and bad people. So on and so forth. I'm going to say every being on earth of any nationality has their good and bad people.
Of course.
Okay. So you can take that to the bank. You cannot totally judge a whole people on the actions of a few.
It's all right.
Okay. I had a very good friend who was stationed in Afghanistan for almost 8 years, and he said the
Uh,
people there were great people. Only only did he only run into problems uh very few times.
yeah.
Okay. The general public there are great people, he said.
Mm. Yeah, yeah, we've got them here. They're doctors. They're
Yeah.
working here, but working over there, they get away from there because it's really bad. Like I've got Africa doctors here too. South Africa, like the what's the name of the group? The Zulus.
Hmm.
The Zulus. Remember the Zulus in Africa? I think it was. Well,
Hmm.
he's part of that area. He was born in around that area, so he's here. He's a doctor. Fantastic, mate. Like they're so smart. They're right in there, and their dreams from when they were a kid was to be a doctor, and they become it. Their kids are all you see is their kids saying, "I want to be a doctor or a nurse or something to do." They see so much damage. Poor buggers. It must traumatize the kids.
You got to remember when uh, when people were defecting from England to come here to the United States, they were branded
Yep.
treasonous cowards.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, by the government, treasonous cowards. They anything to make the people look bad by the government of England back then. Okay,
Was that in the 1800s, wasn't it?
yeah, 1700s.
17s.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you got to remember a government that don't like what it, what they're ruling over is doing is going to say it's bad, it's bad, it's bad because they don't like changing their ideals.
No.
And you got to remember that. And so even the people that came here from England, were considered treasonous, basically scumbags, and were all wanted by King George and actually had bounties on their heads.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Because he considered them criminals and treasonous.
Yeah.
Okay. Against the crown. So you got to remember all that. That demonization shit's been going on for hundreds and hundreds, probably thousands of years.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ever
Uh,
since man, you know. Here we go.
yeah. I mean, I mean, even in every culture for that matter, to get what they want, they demonize.
Yep, I'm gonna have to put my headphones on, earplugs on, and mute myself because the whole flying kettle's going on.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, I will be right back, guys. I need to go get me some coffee. Don't leave, Bruce. It won't take me long. It'll take me about a couple minutes.
Okay, buddy, no
All right.
worries. Who we got in there? Capital still Paul. Okay, you got Paul. Some spread lies. How you going? Desire. How are you? Still in here? Morbid Angel. Yes, we've got Thomas Robinson. People I hadn't said good day to. One Gala. So good day to her. Yeah, good to see everyone in. So, yeah, let's go and watch them. That's good. Yeah, so down here in Aussie land, um, it's very loud. Give me a one if it's too loud and you can't hear me talking. I've got the kettle in the back and I'm not sure if it's affecting my speech. Again, Robert. Hope it's not too loud to go behind me and you can still hear me without sound like a jet plane. Just give me a one if it's too loud and I can do sign language, I suppose. I'll go off and when I think of something to say. Yeah, well, I have got something to say. Yeah. Few good Aussies done a good job today. The video on here, a lot of it was for Aboriginal rights. So I think the next big one we'll have up here, it may be for everyone's rights. Um, Hopefully there's a few things that are going to be changed, like New South one as well. Go over the rights, get them fixed up properly, and not change them under our noses and say, okay, this is a thing you're not allowed to do. Hang on, wait a minute, we don't want to bullshit around and fight. We want them fixed up properly. Back to the way they were. Hey, Jason, back here, man. Yeah. Yeah, so if anyone wants to jump on a panel, come on up, guys. Fresh blood. Like to meet you all. Glad to see you all here. I know quite a few of you by name, that is. Yeah, here he is. There's the boy. Hey, mate, it makes you look around about 10 years younger. You know that, taking your hair and your beard off. You can't hear yet. Yeah.
French military kills top leaders of Al Qaeda. Germany is mad at Trump because he pulls military. That's so funny. It's all right. I agree.
Yeah.
But I agree with you on that, Desiree. But I agree with you, who's who. Uh, um, uh, so you know, we trained the people that did 9/11 on us. We gave them the means and the
Yeah.
ability to also to fight.
That was Google search gave them everything. Google search gave them the coordinates to where they have to go.
Oh no, we actually had people go and train Bin Laden.
Yeah,
Bin
that's
Laden
right.
was trained
Exactly.
by our own freaking people.
That's right. Yep, they turned around and said, "No, we'll go over this side because we want to go." What's their religion again? Buddhist, isn't it?
Huh?
Is it Buddhist their religion? What was it?
No, they are not
I can't
Buddhist.
remember what it was now.
Korean is their beliefs and stuff.
Okay. Well, I'll undo the old headphones now. That's better.
But yeah, it's the Quran that they go by.
Okay. Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. So a lot of them went Buddha, and is it Buddha? Buddhism. Yeah, I mean Buddhism, and they still held guns.
in the Buddhism belief,
I think it was.
No, it's something else.
no Buddhism.
Buddhism is really religious.
Yeah,
You know, they're
it's like
no, it
It-
was something else, mate. Yeah, I can't think of it. I'm getting old and starting to lose it. You know what I mean?
Buddhism. If you go by the true Buddhism beliefs, it's all peace, love, marijuana.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. They got chapels and everything. You know, yeah,
Yeah,
It's not
and golden arches. It's beautiful. Yeah, what they do. No, they're good.
months.
and Buddhist monks believe everything. Every life has a place and a piece.
That's right. Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
we trained the people to do it that did 9/11.
What
If
we
it was
wrote in the book.
America's doing, there's a lot of people that believe America had a lot to do with 9/11. A lot of people.
Wrote the book and everything for them, didn't we?
Mhm. Well, it ain't
Before it
just
happened.
that. They believe that there's a lot of people that believe that there was a lot of CGI
Yep.
put into the news to make that look right. There's also was proof one of the supposed jet airliner engines that they found, and they took that off the news quickly once people realized what it was. Too, by the way, here it was actually a fighter jet engine.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, it was, and they took that shit off the news almost immediately.
So what plane was it then?
Uh, they believe it was a planted deal.
Mm. Fuck,
Uh,
well,
that plane
I'll
was
twist it.
CGI.
Yeah.
That plane was now, and honestly, to get the stuff to burn as hot as it did to make the whole building fall,
That's right.
supposed to crumble. Uh, naphtha fuel.
Yeah, well, they
Okay.
didn't do it
That
properly,
that
did
is
they? Hey,
that is
3/4 of the way.
JP. Well, the JP4 fuel. Okay.
Yeah.
Which is naphtha.
Yeah.
It freaking don't burn hot enough to do what it supposedly did.
Yeah, they
Okay.
didn't fulfill their whole duty of putting that building in safe hands all the way to the very top. You know, it was proven that they didn't do the right. They didn't build it properly. You know,
Well,
it was to
well,
and
it ain't just that. What I'm getting at is, they said the fuel burning is what made the girders
yeah,
give way. Naphtha JP4, it is a very hot burning fuel, but it ain't that hot a burning fuel.
yeah,
Okay.
that's right. Yeah,
So you you see, I know a little bit about that part because
yeah.
my uncle told me about naphtha, which is
Hmm.
JP4 fuel, and it is now it's highly flammable
Yeah,
because you could take a cup of it and throw it in the air, and not a drop of it will touch the ground.
just goes poof. Yeah,
Yeah, it turns into a vapor. Okay, immediately. almost. And you sit there, and that vapor is highly explosive and highly flammable.
Small droplets.
Yes,
Yeah,
and
mist.
so needless to say, it's very highly flammable.
Mm.
But it don't burn as hot as what
Hot.
they want to say. It burns
Yeah.
to make them girders fall.
That's right. Yeah. So they actually, who knows what was in the plane planted? Like you said, there was people there to probably undercover and helped them and taught them how to do it. And they might have put something in an aeroplane
I
under our
think they
nose.
had something in the building.
Yeah, as well.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
could be, mate. Too. You don't know. It's a long way up the top there.
Mhm.
You know.
Um,
And,
and
and the bombs
I
they can
believe,
hide these days, you wouldn't see them. You know.
Yeah, it's good, yeah.
and if you look, that was a surgical strike on several things. It was a surgical strike on the United States money and wealth. Okay,
Yes, that's right.
that made our bubble pop.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, uh, then it was a surgical strike into the Pentagon.
Yeah.
That's your military. The other plane that was supposedly drove into the ground and by Marines, and I believe in Pennsylvania or one of them states right there, was headed for the White House.
Yeah, that's right.
That was true surgical strikes, and that's exactly how our government works.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yeah.
when we go to conquer a country, the first
Yeah.
thing we go after is the wealth, their government, and their military.
And records.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
With that, once you have that controlled, you control the country
Yeah.
pretty damn much. Okay. So it was such a surgical strike to that. Quite it's quite it's quite an interesting
Yeah.
parallel
Well,
to what we do. You see
they
what
were
I'm saying?
trained. These blokes were trained to do this.
Yeah.
What a thing to do, to be able to strap to yourself or sit in an aeroplane directed straight to a building, knowing that your life's going to finish in a flash.
Right.
Like they've never seen nothing probably ever good before in their whole life. It's always been fight, death, the whole lot. So half of them, the poor buggers, have been trained to kill or kill themselves.
Right.
Poor buggers.
I tell you, it's an honor thing as well. Fortunately,
Yeah,
a lot of people have forgotten what honor actually
yeah,
truly is, um, and they haven't. They have not. Okay. Um, they're now wherever their allegiance lies is where their honor is going to go. Okay.
yeah.
Um, uh, their honor is to give their life willingly to their
That's right.
country.
They know there's a God there, don't they? They say there's a God there.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, it's like uh, there's some cultures that even believe it's okay to use your kids in war. Okay,
Mm.
because the kids willingly do it because they know the honor is going to come to their family.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, that's
and then
right.
their family's going to be revered for what they did.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
well,
that ain't our culture, and we can't. A lot of people can't even comprehend doing that here. Okay, but it depends on where you grow up. If you grew up in that culture, guaranteed you would think the United States is fucked up.
mm,
Uh, 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 um, we grew up in the United States, so we think that culture's fucked up. I'm sure there's things in Australia that that you do that we would think is fucked up, and
hey,
we like
yeah,
y'all.
it was wobbly with
And,
me talking earlier. 10 years ago, everyone in the United States thought freaking Australians were all fucking wang dangers and shooters, and that was it, But now
Right.
you've got used to us in the last 10 years. That's how long it's taken,
Yeah, that's
But
what
it's
I'm
good.
saying.
Yeah.
And then I guarantee you, there's a lot over here that you Australians think we do are fucked up. It
But
it
tell you
depends
what,
on
though,
the.
you see True Life on YouTube. You see True Life, you
Mhm.
know. I've seen it
Right.
when I was gaming for 12 years. I've seen True Life because we had a platform, we had TeamSpeak, so interacting together. We knew what was going on the next day you were working on it. This
Yeah.
is what happens now. It's great. I love it. I'm glad I've gone to YouTube. I don't know why I didn't pick it up freaking 12 years ago,
Right.
but it's only
And
been not in 12 months and I've been on YouTube. So I've seen a lot of things, mate, and it's really opened my eyes up.
right. Right.
Yeah.
And honestly, I could say that some of the stuff we do here, okay, because I have Australian friends that come to the United States every year, or did until this fucking bullshit virus
Yeah.
shit happened.
Yeah.
Okay, and they came for 3-4 weeks out of the year. They were here, okay, and they were down in Florida all the time. And they would say, "God dang, that's some fucked up shit, dude. Why do you do that?" And then they go and do something, and we're like, "What the fuck? Where'd that come from? That's some fucked up shit, man." Yeah, but all in all, yeah, it ain't what they try to say how bad it is through the fucking propaganda machine.
That's
Okay,
right.
uh,
Yeah.
uh, the propaganda machine has tried to divide, and not just the people here in the United States. They've tried to divide the world.
Yeah. Yeah. That's right. What we got? I could be. How many news now? Look, it came out of the conversation camp.
If you remember right, I looked like this. What? Uh,
Well, my
right,
wife
right
said you
before
were like
right
a Polish
before
boy.
winter.
My wife thought you were a Polish boy.
Polish boy. That's funny. Right before winter started, I did this as well. If you remember
Yeah,
right.
when I seen you, I thought, freaking hell, you took 10 years off your life, mate.
Yep,
Looks great.
Yeah.
Looks
I
really great.
appreciate it.
You blend
Now, if
into
I
the wall.
if I
Last
if
time
I
you were
would
here,
just if I would just have my teeth, you'd be surprised how young I look.
Yeah.
I mean,
Sweet,
uh,
mate.
yep, last summer, Jason D. Yep, you're right. If I had my teeth and my mouth was
Yeah.
more full looking instead of sunk in like it is now,
Yeah.
it actually takes another 10 years off.
It'll happen, mate. You'll get them back in. Anyway, it's nothing to do with your teeth. It's your heart that's the one that's talking, mate.
Oh
Uh,
yeah, yeah. Well, I'm just
I
talking about.
understand with teeth. Yeah,
I
with
I
chemo,
I,
I had.
literally, I literally when I shave my head like this and my beard off and everything, and I have teeth in, they still card me for cigarettes here.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
believe it or not.
yeah. See, I'm losing a lot of my teeth now from the chemo, so
Yeah.
yeah, it's a bit of a bastard. The last dentist I went to, she stuffed my plate up and everything, mate. And I even said to the dentist, "This tooth's going to come out," and he said, "Oh no, no, it's all right." A week and a half later, yeah, it come out. So now I have to pay extra, like $600 to go and see him and get it done. Fucking when we could have had it already done, one bill. Fuck. But yeah, yeah. No, you're right, mate. Don't worry. It's the heart that counts,
Yep.
not the teeth.
And y'all know where my heart is, and it is
Yeah,
with
You look as awesome.
it's
you.
with it's with it's with everything that's going good, guys.
Yeah,
And I want things to go for the people. Always have, always will.
yeah. I can
But
see the dedication on you. I've seen it.
there was one thing about that White River Watershed Act I wanted to bring up. Did you know? Here's another thing that you Australians and a couple of people and a lot of the UK didn't know. With that, what it went through on us, they had plans to start doing stuff like that to you in Australia and doing stuff like that over in the UK as well. So we help prevent you from having a great big government land grab in
Yeah.
your countries by getting that government land grab blown down. That's
Yeah.
why there was such an opposition to us doing it. And shit, we had cops all the time threatening us
Perfect timing.
and everything, you know, because the government sent them after us. They wanted us to shut the fuck up. They didn't
That's
want this
right.
to happen.
Yous were shot at, mate. Yeah,
Yeah,
yous were shot at.
yeah. So, and the only thing that saved our ass, I'll tell you now, and this never made it on the fucking news or anything else. Propaganda didn't want that to happen. The only
No.
thing that truly saved us was the fucking the the what do you call that? The militia in Arkansas and South in North Arkansas and South Missouri.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
They literally went to arms over it.
Oh. Yeah, mate. Yeah, like
See,
I.
but they don't want that to happen, and they would have never showed the Bundy Ranch, except for it gained such a growing thing and a growing thing that it wasn't even funny. See,
Yeah.
they sort of backed down almost immediately once the militia said, "Okay, we're going to start dealing with this." They almost backed down immediately there in Missouri and Arkansas. They didn't want nothing to do with that.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Okay. They were already in a place they couldn't back down with the Bundy Bridge. Okay. And when that went down. Okay. They were already in a position they couldn't back down.
Yeah.
And they didn't want to back down. Okay. That's why the Bundy Ranch thing got so popularized and put on the national news and things like that.
Yeah.
Or international news, I should say, because I know of people I talked to about it over in the UK and Germany, and actually I had a person from India that talked to me about it.
Yeah.
Well, so
I talked to my cousin about it. She's actually Polish, but she's over in the UK, and my other cousin, her brother, is in US. They've learned how to speak all those languages. I've been keeping in contact with them and asking them how everything's going over there. So they've tried to get out there and do this as well, but Polish and Germany and all of them have really crushed down on them and said, "You do it, you're in big shit."
yeah.
Same with Russia. So
Hey,
it's going to be pretty hard.
hey, Kevin, how are you, buddy? I actually cleaned my face off and cleaned my head off. I literally went into the barber shop and said, "Scalp me."
He
I said,
wrote down just about what I said. What in the hell did you do to your face?
"Right."
I
I
said,
literally
"Good
went into I literally went into the barber shop and said, "Scalp me." So he used the lowest setting. He used the lowest setting on his clippers that he had, and just whoa, whoa. And then and now
So,
this right here was a little bit more controlled, but
a few times up that way. Yeah.
it's,
In the barber shop, was it? In the barbers?
yeah, I went to the barber shop for it.
Yeah.
And he said it was such an easy cut that he actually charged me $4 less. It normally costs 12. He charged me only 8. He said you were one of the easiest cuts that I've had in a long time. Simple, easy to do. Get it done. He said that no sculpting, no nothing like that. He says I normally charge 12. I'll charge you 8 because you didn't want all that fucking fancy shit.
I'd go with Morbid Angel. Yep. I'm pretty. Looks cool. Looks younger. That's for sure. 10 years younger, I reckon, mate.
But
You
I
look
appreciate that, guys.
one of those blokes that used to go in Melbourne here in Australia. They used to call them skinheads, and they were only about 16, 15-year-olds. That's who you look like, mate. Hey, it's a real canning.
Yeah,
It's good.
but I can tell you now, I what they call skinheads over here probably two different things.
Skinheads
Now,
got long
them are a lot of the skinheads here are very much white supremacist, racist people.
yeah. They were here, but we used to keep them under control a bit, mate. We used to travel to Melbourne from where I used to live, and we used to go out there with chains and shit, mate. And we used to make sure that they weren't controlling all the trains and shit or anything underneath in Melbourne's uh, suburbs or anything. So we used to go travel down there with chains, guns, just to tell them that we're in control. This is when we were 18 years ago. This is back in the late 70s when it was happening. We were fighting against each other down there. We had chains and guns and knives. We used to pull them out of the boots in a car park. There's 2 gangs, 3 gangs, and it was on, fist on, mate. We had a good bloke who used to back us up nicely. He used to be able to hold a bloke up by his throat up against a wall and still knock people out as they're coming towards him. Yeah, no, we used to be freaking bad boys when we were younger, yeah, shit, when I think of it, traveling all the way to Melbourne just to stop skinheads from doing something, on the train line. They were trying to take the train line over.
Right. Well,
Yeah.
that's cool. That's awesome. I'm glad you did that. And shit like that. I really do. And by the way, who's who? Thank you for that info. I got that up. I'm gonna look into that. That's 9/11. That last one is evidence. It says evidence that ties Cheney and Mossad to 9/11.
Aye.
And then he also put up there the different abilities of the different jet fuels. jet fuel versus diesel fuel versus gasoline, how they burn and what color are they,
Yeah.
and so on and so forth.
Yeah, Caro and everything like that. Yep.
No, I'm not Caterpillar. I'm not there anymore. No, I'm not. I was close to there a little over a week ago, I guess. But now, but I'm not close to there now.
Yeah. Hang on, I was just looking at Jason D. Bruce. I saw that some of the people distorted some iconic paintings on the whole street. On the whole street. Where's that? Over here? You talking about Jason? Or I'm a bit lost there, mate. I'm about a few dollars behind at
Bruce,
the
I
moment.
saw that someone distorted some iconic paintings on a whole street. On a whole street. I don't know what a whole street is.
No.
I don't know about that either, Jason.
Might be Hales. He might have thought it was another street. Actually, iconic paintings distorted some iconic. Was that through Wobbly's live and watching Queensland Cop Watch? Was it Jason? Melbourne one. Okay. I haven't seen much of the Melbourne one yet. I've been going live to all you fellas over here and just picking up what I can while I sit on the side and try and spread it a bit to everyone so we know what's going on and keep it all up to
All
date.
right, no justice. The next time I see you mess up a word, I'm going to say get hooked on phonics to you now.
How you going, though, Justice? How you going, buddy?
How are you doing, KJ? I hope you're doing good. I hope you know I'm messing with you too, brother.
Jay waked up. Just in pain.
Yeah, no, it's good that we are all getting together closer and closer.
Yeah.
Let's just hope it does work in our generation.
Actually, Desiree, I honestly see why things have happened the way it did.
Yeah.
There you go. No justice. He says I can't spell worth
Oh,
shit.
okay.
That's why I speak context. But yeah, I even lost an aunt, an uncle, and two a niece and a nephew. in that 9/11 because the aunt and uncle came to work early and they had a daycare center.
Oh,
And,
right.
and
Right.
they worked at the Trade Center.
Yep. Right.
And
Right. Wow.
I lost them. Okay. Then I, out of hatred, listening to the propaganda machine, shit like that. I was ready to go to war. Kill the
Yeah. I
fuckers
bet.
that killed my family.
Yeah. I bet, mate. Yeah.
Okay. And then they realized I had a missing thumb and said, no, we can't use you. Things happen for a reason. Now I'm learning the truth.
And I'd probably do that with my finger, tip
Yeah.
of it taken off.
Yeah. Uh, see, I honestly believe things happen for a reason. The reason I
Yeah.
didn't join because I was been after the wrong people and killing the wrong people.
Yeah.
You see
I
what
look
I'm
at
saying?
Jason B down there, mate. He's thanking everybody. Hey, checked out his videos and
No,
support.
I do not think Ted Nugent would make a good president. I actually know the man personally. He's got some very twisted, warped ideals. He used to party with my uncle back in the day, and he used to come to my uncle's place and go hunting in Florida all the time.
Yep.
And that dude is a twisted, warped individual.
Well, there you go. Yep.
I do not think he would make a good president.
Righto.
And I would tell him so to his face. And when he realized who I am, I guarantee he would probably say, yes, I'm a twisted, warped individual. He's very extremist on certain views.
Okay.
And now, what I do love about him, he does support our Second Amendment rights. He would probably die supporting our Second Amendment rights.
Oh, that's great. Yeah.
I love him for that. Other ideas that he have are way
Not right.
twisted. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yes, I like that idea. Ted Nugent said. Ted Nugent even said he wanted to increase the game and fish, not to enforce game and fish laws, but to be able to pick up deer that were hit on the road before they spoiled.
Yeah.
So they could be processed.
Roadkill. Yeah.
Be processed and also fed to the homeless. And don't think roadkill deer is bad. I have eaten many roadkill deer. I'll tell you that now.
Yeah.
It's just you got to make sure. You just got to make sure you get the bad shit out. That's it.
Yeah. Yep. All the bruised shit out of it, and that's right. That's it, mate. You might not get much. If you do, yeah, great. But yeah, exactly.
But as far as his ideals for that, I love them ideals. He's got some good ideals. Don't get me wrong. But his overall ideals can be a little bit twisted and warped. You got to remember.
Not really, no justice.
You got to remember. He also hobnobs a lot with money. I mean, he owned his own fucking island down in the Cayman Islands. He owned his own fucking island.
Yeah.
Okay, come on. That shows you, And then he went to whining when a hurricane destroyed his fucking island.
Well, you remember? Do you remember?
And then he realized how the people were getting pissed off about him whining about it. So he changed his whole view. He changed exactly what he was doing just to appease the people. And then the news was saying, hey, you lost your island. What can we do to help you? Blah, 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 blah. He went to go and say, oh, I don't need help. I don't need help. But at first he whined and cried about losing his whole damn island. So he's very wishy-washy.
Yeah.
Very wishy-washy. He showed that. Okay. I don't like that. You can't trust that either. And he showed it right there in the national news. Okay, how wishy-washy he can be. So
Well done, Tiny. It might be me. Unless you want to get up and have a yak, you might draw in a few more, eh? Let me put it in for you guys.
okay, Tiny Mouse. The thumbs down. I know what all
Have
that
you
is.
say?
That is the trolls that dislike me. I
Yeah.
don't care. Uh, shit.
It's a laugh. It's funny. It's quite
Here,
funny. Yeah.
I've been averaging right at about 28 thumbs down almost every live stream I get.
Yeah. They're all cops, mate. That's all they are. They're cops.
Yes,
Cops
and
and
believe
dingoes.
me, I speak out against them. I don't play games with them. I speak out against them, and
Yep.
they don't like it.
No.
Okay,
Not at all.
I actually wear the thumbs down as badges of honor because I speak out against that shit.
I mean, look, he's got to be a freaking troll, you know.
Who,
He's
Tiny
always a
Mouse?
troll.
Oh, Tiny Mouse is a troll, but a good troll. Makes me laugh. I don't mind Tiny
Yeah.
Mouse.
Got to have a bit of a laugh now and then.
Yeah,
It makes their day.
yeah. And Tiny Mouse, knows that.
There you go. Yeah.
See right there. Come on, that ain't. Now tell me that's not funny. And put a damn shirt on. Tired of seeing that damn bird chest. Send an address. I'll mail you a box of shirts. That's funny shit. There for the longest time. Hell, I got $1,000 teeth for you. Why don't you send me your address so I can get them to you? That shit was fucking hilarious.
Shit. Cool.
I do what you meant, Tiny Mouse. I even said shirt.
Yeah, you did.
I speak Taiwanese, very invented the language, to tell you the truth.
Yeah, Caterpillar, yeah, you can't blame Trump with everything that's going on, but yeah, there's something still sneaky. Why did he put all the defense forces everywhere on the trains long before this was all happening while the virus was getting around? You know, you don't need the army to come in to stop people from coming out and not, having the virus. We're not
Man,
that stupid, you know.
see, that's another thing about that virus. Okay, it's been proven throughout history, especially like when as recent as the tuberculosis.
Yeah, well,
Okay,
2018 was a bad
they
one.
literally I'm talking about back in the day.
Yeah,
Tuberculosis when that was a major thing and broke out and it was killing thousands.
yeah.
They literally came in and quarantined whole towns.
Mm.
Immediately stopped people from doing anything.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's right.
Why ain't they doing anything to stop it now?
Eh?
They ain't come in and locked down whole cities to while they're rioting and sweep them up and put them in a quarantine, have they? While there's protests and riots going on.
Yes, and no one was wearing masks.
Y'all need to think about this. Oh, the mask ain't 100% effective now.
You got to
They're
carry
only
a box with you because they only last a certain time, and you got to change
well
them. But if you get the proper mask,
yeah. Well,
yeah,
they're saying that's only what they've gone down on even the numbers saying that's only like 38% effective now.
yeah,
Okay.
okay.
So
And first,
yeah. So now again, let's think about this.
Money.
if this shit was true and it was a world pandemic, don't you think they would have sweep down immediately?
Yep. And what they should do, I know it's going to cost a lot of money, but destroy all the old money, bring out new
Uh,
money.
no, Justice. It will probably be Monday before he could get out because they want to put a tracking bracelet on him, and and that won't be till Monday before they can do that.
Okay.
So
How you going.com? I did see you there. I was meant to say good day to you.
.com. How you doing, buddy?
Yeah, yeah. It's good that it's going worldwide. I'll
Yep,
keep you up to date on what's happening here and up to date what's happening over in Poland too. My
right.
cousin's right up to it. She's a nurse here in the UK now. She went to America, but now she's resided in the UK. But I still talk to all my other cousins in Poland. Thank goodness for Google Translate, mate. Unreal. My mum can still talk Polish and everything. So,
Awesome.
yeah, so we're still keeping an ear out to see what's happening over there with, it's not drama ones. We don't want drama, but it'll come to that over there because their country's so different and it's ran so different. You can't do anything. You get shot.
Right.
Friggin' Hitler spoiled it for them all.
Desiree, I don't see Trump standing for anybody but himself. He's proven himself left and right that he's just another politician looking to put more money in his fucking pocket.
Yeah, and read a bit of paper what he has to fucking say.
Yep. I mean, look at the fucking executive order he just passed.
Hmm.
He now has the ability and the right to shut down all media and social media as he sees fit. Hello.
Hmm.
So us talking because we're talking right now. If he don't see that's a productive thing, he has the right to shut down this right now.
Yeah, not
I don't
right.
like that idea.
Right.
Don't
Not,
like that. That's bullshit.
that's right. Not right.
Um, and, and from what I've been seeing with Trump as of late, he's been jumping back and forth a lot,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
and I have
He's
a
letting all
problem with
his
that.
little sidekicks. He's letting his little sidekicks do all the work. He just doesn't know what to do. His TV show was a flop as well, so that tells you, doesn't it? He's lost a lot of money in his life. I know he's brought it all back, but he still made a mistake.
No, honestly, Desiree, I don't. And I've said this from the very beginning, from when before Trump got elected. I said he would make a good president only because he would bring jobs to the United States to benefit his businesses. Okay, which his businesses rely on tourists. His business rely on monies coming through that. Okay, the casinos, motels, things like that. The more money the people have, the more his businesses benefit. Okay, I've been saying that from the beginning. He's doing this to help benefit himself. Uh, yes, we benefit from what he's benefiting from. Okay, I'll give you that by bringing more jobs and things like that to the United States. But did you also see the trade agreement for the beef with China? Oh, y'all don't know about that?
No.
Well, that's right.
We've had to ramp up our production of beef
We
to
send
send
the
it to
lamb.
China by 48%, and it's by the time it's all said and done, it's supposed to go up to 69%.
Yeah, we send all our lamb to them, mate. That's our top quality lamb China takes. It's like anything, like the fish, tuna. They'll pay freaking 20, 30 grand for a great big tuna that's got beautiful meat through it. That's a lot of money for one fish, eh?
Yeah.
Eh? Yeah. Yeah, so they do get food from us as well as you from they get cattle from you, do they?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so we deliver
So
the
how did ramping up our production to go to China at which will be going all the way to 69% more than what we're doing now, uh, beneficial to the United States people who are already having problems getting beef in their stores?
right?
Y'all need to think about that. How did that benefit the people? It sure in the fuck didn't benefit no one here.
No way.
Okay. But it sure probably helped benefit his pocket, being that he owns about, I think he owns like 40 or 50 of the, or owns controlling stock in like 40 or 50 meat processing plants.
That's right. Some just reading what you said. I'm going to mute me in a minute because I'm using a tap. Some spread lies. China owns half Australia and half of America. Yeah, they own just about everywhere. Same with Japan. All around the Solomon Islands, and I mean, Japan owns that. Airfields, we've got airfields China in Western Australia here.
Oh, I know he put tariffs on their goods coming from China. Hey, Cops Gone Wild Mesa, how are you? Hey, Steve P.
I just hope we got enough melted.
Around here, Steve P, you can't even, literally, they got everything. You used to be able to buy big packages of beef, family sized packages.
Yep.
Now here, right here, you go to the store and you will never see MCW Joker. Yes, that's your backup channel. How are you, MC? You you don't even see family size packages of beef. You see like 2 or 3 cutlets of beef in packaged separately. Okay. You got the package, it has 2 or 3 in it, but they're all each packaged separately in that package.
Wow.
And then you can only have like 3 of those.
Wow. Yeah. Oh.
So there's you. And that
Well, that's
that
telling
was
you.
starting to happen in Pennsylvania when I was there as well.
Well, that's telling you aren't having enough cattle because you're sending it overseas,
Right. And the price of beef has gone outrageous as well.
What you pay? For
so what do you pay in your kilo? Say, for instance, your T-bones or your ribeye fillets. What would you pay a kilo for rump steak, for instance? Everyone knows what rump steak is, don't they?
I saw. Let's put it this way: a little 2.5 pound roast.
Yep.
Here, it costs about now almost $20.
Wow, you're the same as us then, nearly. A little leg of lamb.
I see your adventures with Peachy Rider. I see you, Peachy Hun.
Yeah, Peachy Rider. Yep. Yeah, a leg of lamb here costs you around about $25, $28 now. A leg of lamb. It's incredible. Yeah, we send stuff overseas and we keep the shit. Australia has got everything. We can support ourselves except for metal. I hope that we've got a big stockpile of metal, iron, because we get it all from Germany. We've got everything else but iron. I don't know if you have got iron over there you produce, or do you get it from somewhere?
We can produce it. There's still plenty of iron that can be taken out of the ground around here.
Okay.
There's such a stockpile at what we call scrap yards and shredders and things like that.
Yep.
That we could sit there and melt down shit for years.
Oh, good. Yeah.
And have what we need.
Yeah, you probably need it if it walks work. Now it comes out. That metal is going to come in handy.
Oh yeah, in many different ways. Metal's going to come.
That's right, exactly. Enough for your chair to watch the TV. No. Yeah, so Peachy Rider, jump up for a little while, and if you want to talk about a little episode which we followed. Well, I did. I followed you right from the start. Seen you down there at the front line. Watch those people behind you as well. They were a bit sus, the ones that grabbed you. I reckon they were with the cops. Yeah, mate.
Desiree, you're welcome here anytime, hon, and thank you for coming.
Yeah, thanks, Desiree. Catch you later. Hey. It's good to see people in.
Mm-hmm.
And cops gone wild, man. Massa, I missed you up there. I seen a picture up there, and I meant to say something. Yeah, how you going? Yeah, she did do a good job.
That's MCW Joker. That's his backup channel. MCW.
Okay.
Yep. He's a good guy. He's one of our auditors. He's a good auditor.
Yep.
And I love watching his stuff. He's a good guy. And anybody ain't subscribed to him, I would suggest subscribing to him.
Good stuff. I think I am. Yeah, I am. Yep.
So,
That's
on both
good.
channels. On both channels. You're welcome, MCW Joker. I'm glad you decided to change your mind and not leave back when you were thinking about leaving, because you've done great stuff since, man. And I appreciate everything you do. I really do. MCW Joker. By the way, Peachy, are you going back out today, hon? I hate it when I light a cigarette and the smoke goes right in my eye and stuff.
Oh, that, mate, it stings, doesn't it? Done that a few times today.
Oh, okay, cool, cool, Peachy.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, no problem. Yeah. We shall catch up, that's for sure.
I need to go do something.
Yeah, I wasn't going to actually get on because now and then I get a little bit too loud, not realising it.
Oh, you're fine.
I'm going deaf.
You're fine. You're fine. You're doing good.
Yeah, I'm waking everyone else up here.
Oh, you're waking everybody else up at your place. Oops.
Oh, well, they understand. Yeah. The wife.
The what?
No, I've got my cameras all charged up. My headgear, my chest gear. I got the. I'm only going to take the one stand. I'll take the three-leg tripod because a single one you can't stand up. It's all going to be packed in a bag. So if I need to run in a hurry to go for a walk, I'll be ready and gone. So yeah.
By the way, here's Peachy Rider's channel. Like and subscribe her, guys. She's done.
Yeah.
I'm seeing it here. It says you said once I send my message, I can't see it anymore in chat. And then you said I'll need to leave the room to talk. Mom's is still asleep.
Okay, well, I'll read out PG's.
Yeah. And
Put it up for you there. Yeah.
do you have her PayPal, Bruce, by chance?
I haven't got PayPal at the moment, but I'll have a look see if I can find it for you. And I'll
Yeah,
put her little side
because
up for
I'd like to put her PayPal up, and things
you.
like that.
Okay. I'll see if I can find that too.
I'll
Yeah.
I'll be looking too.
There we go. There we go. Okay, I'll look for PayPal now. Not sure if she's got it on the site. Videos.
I got it. I think I got it.
Yeah, I
Yep,
haven't
I
got a
did.
PayPal. Yeah,
No.
you got it? You can't find a
Huh?
PayPal.
No. It said.
There's no PayPal in any of them.
Hmm.
Yeah, the one I'm watching now, part 2, send here, Peachy Rider, yeah. Yeah, that was the middle of the Great Walk he's done. He's done really well for 3 or 4 days, was it? You were out there?
Yeah.
Yeah. Peachy, have you got a PayPal or not? You haven't, have you?
I went to one of her streams and hit the link.
Yeah.
Peachy, you might want to go check your PayPal, hon.
I'll
It's
have a look
saying
on
when I hit the link that someone put up there, it says it either doesn't exist or was disabled by the creator.
Yeah, I can't see anything, yeah.
So you might want to go check out your PayPal and make sure it's still there.
Yeah.
Unless that one does it. Hold on. Okay, here we go. That was the wrong PayPal, is what it was. Okay, never mind.
Okay.
Never mind. I got it now.
Good stuff,
Okay,
mate. Well done.
they just put in the wrong PayPal, is what it was.
Yeah,
Okay,
so
good.
I did that, yeah.
Ooh, that was scaring me for her. Okay, here we go. And there's Peachy Rider's PayPal, guys. If you got $1, it goes a long ways to helping her, guys.
yeah, and she rides a bike, so that'd be good,
So there you have it. There's Peachy Rider's
Peachy Rider needs
PayPal.
she needs a camera put on top of her helmet too, I reckon.
Yes.
Let's
Yes.
give her enough money so she can go buy one on top of her helmet there. She's riding a bike and get some good footage for that.
Actually, from what she's saying, MCW Joker, she's going out again today. So that's going to be 8 days. 8 days. Even though she did miss a day in there, unfortunately, because of the damn arrest.
You need one. You need one of those, Peachy Rider. Put that on your helmet, love.
Yes, she does. I agree.
Yeah, the coppers don't know which one's going then. That's how I caught them, with the one on my head. I put my big system on the seat of where I was sitting, and all they looked at was the big system and not the one on my head, and I caught them. Yak. Yeah. It's better than
That's
putting on the
funny,
chest.
MC.
Our chest tends to wobble around with the camera, and it's a pain in the butt. You're going.
Is that a GoPro 8? Is what MCW?
No, it's just a cheap HD body cam, and it runs out of power quick, but I've got battery chargers and it takes bugger all battery charge to mount up again. So yeah, it's a good little thing. It picks up sound really well. It's got three zooms on it, but yeah, you can pin it to anything, your chest. Like I got the strap for the chest there.
Awesome.
Yeah, so I'm ready to burn.
Bama Green Eye says she loves hearing you talk.
That'll be right. We're down from under. Have a look. There you go. From under. Hey?
Oh wow, that's awesome, MCW Joker. He says
Yeah,
he's got the GoPro at 8 and he can go live on YouTube with it.
good stuff.
And he wants to get the chest mount.
Yeah, yeah. They're pretty cheap. You can get the chest mount if you want, with all the heaps of bits and pieces to go with it as well. Like stuff to stick on your helmet, put on your wrist. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff there. It's pretty cheap too, and it's good.
Yeah, no. KJ said is actually an American with a voiceover.
Yeah.
uh,
uh, good.
yeah, I tell you what, that's one hell of a voiceover if that's the case, man. I'm telling you, it's very convincing.
Uh,
You're
it's, it's,
you're welcome, Peachy. Anything to help you out, girl. You've been doing awesome, and you I mean, Jesus, you would make even old school investigative reporters jealous with the way you're doing shit right now. I believe honestly, um, because you getting right in the thick of things, girl, and things like that, and that's fucking awesome. I'm telling you that now. It's don't get me wrong though, it scares the bejesus out of me for you. And I got a pucker factor of 5,000 every time you go out there. But you are fucking awesome, girl, and anything to help you,
yeah,
I'm going to. Uh,
yeah. I've been watching Cops Gone Wild Mesa too a little bit. Doing really well there, champ. Good to see you out there. You do a
yeah,
fair bit. I've noticed quite a few days. It's
yes, he
excellent.
has.
Well done, brother. It's good to see that we're all, having
The
something
federal
fun.
government has just announced they put a have temporarily put a restraining order on Denver Police Department.
Oh, yeah,
Eh,
awesome.
for real, Cata? For real? Holy shit! There's you something big.
Wonder how many's in the police department there. Put on Australia order. Wow. Is that to do with the killing that Denver police or not? Or are they in a bit of trouble with something else? Yes, no pillow. Okay. Plastic said earlier. Okay.
Oh, here
Okay.
we go. They're on CNBC. Oh, they're exploring the odds of a second coronavirus wave. Of course they are.
That's right. Oh yeah, PC. Right. Yeah, Pete Ryder. Yeah, I can't find your PayPal account. It's all up there.
I'm looking at different things here. I'm trying to. That's fucking awesome. I'm glad to hear that they did.
Yeah.
That's fucking awesome, Kata. That's awesome. That fucking. Yeah, you need to take a little bit of a break, adventure. BG, just take yourself. You got a much needed break coming, girl.
Yeah. Definitely don't wear yourself out. That's a lot of writing.
That's fucking awesome. I am so happy for shooting rubber bullets, using tear gas, etc. Too much force on the protesters.
Wow. Good stuff. That's
I
good.
am glad to hear that. I am so
Yeah.
glad. Peachy said I'm completely out of money. I may be leaving today. I just checked my account and no donations for 2 days. I'll be back until I figure
Yeah.
out what to do. It's about time to go home anyway. Yeah. Hey, Peachy, you've done such a fucking good job. You deserve a break, girl.
Yeah.
You deserve a little break. Yeah, there you go.com. That might be part of the problem. I didn't even think about that.
Check classic channel.
That's so freaking awesome. They even got a lawyer. According to
Okay,
more
because I've got,
exactly Caterpillar checkout, cut the plastics channel. He showed everything
yeah, I've got him,
earlier,
his
including the
browser
lawyer.
up too.
That's fucking awesome.
Oh, good stuff.
Uh,
I've got his,
yeah, that's freaking awesome. Because yes, they were being. I mean, they were just going to shoot fucking goddamn homeless people to shoot homeless people, shit like that. Okay, they were using fucking peaceful protesters for target practice. They were doing drive-by shootings and shit like that. Literally, like they were literally a gang of thugs with these
uh,
rubber fucking bullets.
fucking assholes, aren't they? Eh? Australian Australian police agents protest without surviving approval. Yeah.
Bruce, you broke up, buddy. We can't hear you.
Oh, yes,
There
yeah,
you go.
sorry, mate. Yeah, I'm just looking at unjustice. Yeah, whatever they sprayed, Peachy copped a bit of it too, and she knows what it's like then.
Hmm.
It stings the old eyes and makes you choke.
Yep, Denver police is fifth in the country for police brutality. No joke. And I did know
Um,
that, Kata. I did know that, and I'm glad to hear it. The fucking Denver police and all that, all around there, needs to fucking be totally reformed from the ground
yeah.
up.
Yeah, well, look, they only take 6 months course and they're in a cop, aren't they? Well, I don't know how many times I repeat that. That's just bullshit, you know. To be a hairdresser, to be a butcher, to be a boilermaker, to be any, it's 4 years, an apprenticeship. And we're not
Mhm.
handling guns.
Right. I mean, yeah, Denver has really overreached many, many,
Wow.
many fucking times.
Yeah.
That's why, I mean, they have gone to homeless people and done bad things to homeless people many
Wow.
times. They've gone to people's houses, done bad things many times. It's nasty. I'll tell you one that I wish they'd do that with though is they're at Leon Valley because they actually just arrested a person on a pocket warrant because they were against the what they were doing.
Wow.
Um, that that's fucking wrong.
Yeah, bloody oath.
That's police overreach, way
Mm.
overreaching.
Wow.
And that fuck needs to be taken out of office. That fucking
Yeah,
guy needs to go.
bloody
Period.
oath. Yeah, don't freaking have any of them bastards in. We don't need them. We had one bad cop when I was a kid, you know. I was 15, 14. We used to hang out and sit at your mate's place outside on the fence. And we lived across the road from the cop shop. And the actual cop came across the road and said, "Yeah, bastards, better shut up. My wife's sick, so shut up." So we quieted down. We were only 14, you know. Anyway, we quieted down, and we find out later he went psycho and everything, and he didn't even have a wife.
Oh wow, wow.
He went to the loony bin. Hey, yeah, he couldn't
Yep.
handle it. He was an
Hmm.
old bloke. Ah, it was funny back then.
Yep.
Some of the stories I can tell you about that cop.
Wow. But yeah, that Leon Valley guy, he needs to get out of fucking where he's at and be gone.
Yeah,
He's been proven time over that he's a bad cop.
yeah, yeah.
Um,
So I wonder he's still there then, eh? Yeah.
And so he needs to go away. And some of these protests need to be at his door and at their door, and let that city have its city back.
Mm,
You
that's
know,
right. True.
and people like him need to go the fuck away
Yeah.
because he's a piece of shit. And
Yeah.
I mean, I watched what he did to our auditors. He
Yeah.
fucking even tricked them with a fake news conference just to arrest them.
What
Shit
are they
like
going to
that.
do? Send him out in the bush a bit further so they keep away from all of us and say,
Yeah.
here, you've been a bad boy, sit out in the bush and do
No,
this work.
they should never.
Okay, Caterpillar.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, and she's right.
Yeah.
It's all good, MCW Joker. Not from what I've been seeing, I could be. That ain't what I'm seeing at all. Their public don't seem to like him at all. Or have
That's
you not been watching it? They want him fucking gone. I've been watching Justin Pullman, buddy. I've seen the petitions and things like that they got against that fucker. The majority don't. That's your problem, and that's why they're having such a problem with him. And that ain't why he still has a job. The reason he still has a job is the fucking dick licking council members. The only reason he's got a job is them dick licking council members. And as soon as them dick licking council members are gone, you'll see he won't have a job. I could be. Just saying. Just to let you know. Got quiet all of a sudden, Bruce. Yeah, you're enjoying a cigarette like I am, huh?
yes, mate. Yeah. I could believe. Okay, sorry. Excuse me. Okay, how many have we got
Because
left?
them dick licking council members, yeah, he will
There you
be.
go. Mm,
We got
you got-
22.
yeah, it's good.
I normally get halfway decent numbers for what I am. I mean, I ain't a big channel. I ain't like a major deal out there. But I never thought I'd ever get like these type of numbers ever in my life.
Yeah,
Uh, 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 when I first started, I was like, shit, I probably won't ever even be heard. I'm just starting this just to do something, and then all of a sudden, wow, boom, I get 20.
yeah,
So I've had as much as 80 some and down to as far as like when Peachy's going, and I do not want to take nothing from Peachy. And I try to tell everybody that. This is Peachy's Writer's Stream. I'm just mirroring this. So
yeah,
if
yeah,
she needs an archives to come back to, she's got an archives to come back to.
yeah,
I don't want to, and I try to make sure everybody goes over to her stream, make sure there's links in my channel because
yeah,
she's the one that deserves that fucking recognition.
yeah.
No,
Yeah, she done well. Yeah, you'd be happy.
uh,
You'd be really good if you can watch Queensland Cop Watch. It was quite interesting. It wasn't boring, but yeah, he did a good job. So just remember Queensland Cop
I
Watch.
will definitely watch that. I will definitely watch that, Bruce.
Yeah,
Yes. because I want to see what's going on throughout the world, man. When I'm
Yeah.
hearing there's protests, man, throughout the world is is catching on to this.
Yeah, I did watch Melbourne a little bit. Haven't watched Sydney one yet. I haven't had time. I've been
I was
live.
watching earlier. I was watching one out of Germany.
Okay, yeah.
So Germany's even caught on to this.
Oh,
Okay.
it's good that they're not beat it down.
hmm they were they said it was a quiet protest is what they called it
Yeah,
for this. Okay. I mean, Germany's caught on to this. It's a fucking worldwide phenomenon now, man.
yeah,
You know, and that's speaking volumes.
yeah. Well, I hope they don't bring out in Germany those idiots,
Yeah, yeah.
the crosses.
See,
Yeah.
I put a shirt on and everybody thinks the world's going to come to an end. And then I shave my head and shave my beard. No one even knows who the fuck I am.
You blend in the wall. You're blending in the wall. If you sit there really softly, everyone will think you've sunk in on a pillowcase.
Yep. Well, yesterday I was doing this, and everybody said I looked like I was had my head in the toilet.
They're on the bed.
And it's hard, you know. It's, yeah, yeah, yeah. I hope you don't burn that water. Also.com.
Here's turf cough all over Canada, peaceful from.
There you go, though, Justice. Yes, I cut it all off. It's too damn hot, man. I mean, the other day it was in the 90s, and I was like, "Oh my god!" I went outside and I was like, "Oh my god, it's miserable." So
Mm,
the very next day, I went and had this shit taken off, man. It was just so miserable. The day before, it was like, I can't handle this shit. I need to get rid of this fucking, So down in Florida, I got, I was used to that shit down in Florida. But now,
Cold.
but I started shaving it off in the summer and shit like that, and
Yeah,
shaving off and tried to keep it off. I got used to that, and now in the wintertime it's great. It's nice and
yeah,
warm, but
yeah.
during the summer it's just so miserable.
Yeah, I had mine years and years ago. I've had one beard, and it was good because it was cold. But when summer came along, whoa, off she came.
Yep, yep.
I never did wear
I
a
am
beard.
not shaving my underarm hair, no Justice.
Do your eyebrows? Do half an eyebrow on each side.
You'll just have to look at hairy armpits when I'm in my tutu. I don't care.
Yeah, half an eyebrow on this side and half a eyebrow on the other side, so it sort of matches.
There you go. Yeah, cut it off right about here, yeah, like that. That'd be funny.
I'm really talking loud. Apparently, the wife said, "You're talking loud."
Uh oh.
I go,
Oops.
"Oh, am I? Jesus, I don't realise it."
Uh, well, here in about 15 minutes, I'm going to go off the air, guys. Um, so I'm going to go try to catch fish today.
Oh, good stuff, mate. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, good stuff. Take a video or something like it too, but
yeah, I'm going to do some static on it.
yeah,
And
good. Oh, enjoy yourself, mate, when you're out there, because there's nothing like it getting outside and trying to catch some fish. Excellent.
you got to have a special day called Tutu turns into a lady makeup and all. That would be funny. Oh my God. That would be so funny. Me putting makeup on and
With the long hair,
lipstick,
yeah, put a wig on.
put a wig on and shit. Yeah.
Shit,
Uh,
Farrah Fawcett, eat your heart out. What's that?
yep. Yep, I did do that. I did do that, JJ. He said he thinks the first time he watched me, I ripped chest hair out with duct tape.
Mm.
But yeah, I did that. I said I'd do that for Janet's Kitchen if she could get 1,000 subs by the end of the night, which she did. I fucking had to. Now it took me a little bit to get it enacted, but I got it, and I kept to my word, you know.
Good
And
stuff.
believe me, I cried like a little bitch. It hurt.
Yeah. Oh, I hope. What sort of river you fishing in, mate? And what are you catching if you go fishing?
You're right, .com. You're right. That is that's called a fishstory.com.
Mm.
He says the fish's fastest rate of growth occurs between the time it's caught and the time the person that caught it describes the size to others. Yeah, my fish was this big.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one-armed fisherman. My fish was this big. The one-armed fisherman.
That big. Yeah. You going in? Just going to stand on the bank? Yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah, I'm gonna be out there on the bank,
Yeah. Good
trying to
stuff.
catch you.
What do you
Um,
use for bait?
I'll show you what I plan on using. Right now, I'm not using worms, but I plan
Okay.
on using artificials,
Yeah.
and I got what they call a rooster tail.
Oh
Got
yeah, the little, yeah, mate.
yeah,
Selters. Yeah.
yeah, that right there, that's a good color. These
Yep.
are that's a pretty good color. It's got the
Yeah, I use that for
chartreuse.
trout.
Yeah,
Yeah. You going for
and
trout or bass?
then that's one of my favorites right there.
Oh yeah.
The white with the silver blade,
Yeah.
and then I got a white with a gold blade. I
Okay.
want to get the black with the gold blade and the black with silver blade. Them are the two fish catchingest ones I've ever used.
Yeah. All
The black
depends
and
what they
whites.
eat. Yeah.
But
All depends what they eat and for the colour of what you use as well. You know,
right,
like winter time I used to use red selters, the same size as yours.
uh,
And summertime I use green. That's green and black stripes and a red and black stripe for winter. And they used to really work well for trout. They're only
right.
small as what you got. So what are you going after, bass, are you, or trout or something? Or
Whatever bites them. I don't even know
okay,
what's in the water around here. So
righto.
whatever I get to bite, I'm gonna catch it.
Well, they should go for anything that's flashing. If there's anything big and decent out there, if it's flashing, it'll grab it.
I think this one right here should do well today.
Yep.
It's the silver blade white. It looks a lot like the minnows the bait fish, the minnows
Yeah.
that I seen in the water the other day.
Okay. Yeah.
So
Good stuff.
that one should do very well today.
Yeah. The
Uh,
feathered
Um,
one should do good too.
and then this one should also. That one right there should also
Yeah.
do well.
Yeah. Yep.
That looks a lot like the crawdads that I seen. Uh,
Okay.
Swimming around. And I could probably dig up a few crawdads and use them for bait as well. You know, friggin'
Yeah.
turn over some rocks and things like that around. And
Yeah,
then,
whatever's around the vacant, whatever's around the area where you fish, turn over a rock and you find a cricket or whatever. That's your bait you use because it's what's going in the
right.
water.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep. I've done that. Okay. No, Justice. You take it easy, bud.
yeah, mate.
Um,
Take it easy. That's com. System not expecting.
there you go, .com. That's funny. That's funny. Every
Oh,
time I touch the remote, he kicks me. But yeah, I'm gonna try to try to
yeah,
catch
mate.
some, and hopefully I'll catch some dinner. You know,
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, sweet.
so And these lures here, I've caught so many fish off through the years. Rooster tails. I have caught thousands of fish off of these because these
Uh,
are my number one go-to bait.
yeah, yeah. You
Uh,
can't beat those little things like that because they look like bait, and they look like
mhm.
any type of moth or anything on top of the water. They shine. The fish will grab it too. They love to shine.
Yep. See, that's the cool thing about these. You can run them real close to the top, or you can let them sink and run them real slow.
Yep.
You can you can jig them,
Mm-hmm.
whatever,
Yeah.
and the
So many things.
fish will eat them.
Yep. Yep. There's so many things. I used to fish for trout a stream a metre wide by about 60, 70 centimetres deep. And I used to bring out a nice kilo and a half trout, rainbow.
Hmm.
That's a big fish in a little stream, I
Yes,
can
it
just step
is.
over it, but using that lure and throwing it down at the top and letting it come down along the gully where the fish are, little river this wide,
Yeah,
and picking up a big fish that big too, because they're
right.
sitting in there waiting for everything to come down.
Yeah,
I loved it. I had a good fishing rod too. I've had a
yeah.
black.
I've got a really good fishing rod. I just bought it before I moved. It's a little ultralight.
Nice.
It's called a micro mini.
Yep.
And this thing it's got a real light action to it. You can't put any thing over 6 pound on it. It's not
Okay.
rated. It's not rated for it.
Righto.
So I prefer to have like 4 pound anyway if I'm fishing
Yeah. Place
fresh water.
fish. Yeah.
And and then when I'm fishing saltwater, I like to have spider wire 20-pound spider wire, which is the same diameter as four
Hmm.
pound line.
Yeah. Ah, yeah. Yep.
So, and so I love to have that. Now,
Yeah.
when I'm going for bigger fish, of course, I use bigger line. Like when I was catching them kingfish, I jumped up to 20-pound
Deals.
braided gorilla line. You know,
Yeah. Yeah.
and because they got sharp teeth, they got you got to
Right.
use a major lure, things like that. And
Yeah.
but I always used it on a
Right around.
yeah,
That's how
yeah,
big
yeah.
they are.
The lure I was using for them,
Yeah.
the actual lure body itself was
Popper.
about that
Poppers,
long,
weren't they?
and it had three number what was that number? I think it's 1/0 hooks, three
Yeah.
of them
Oh, yeah.
mixed
Yeah.
together, and then it had a big jig head about like this big around on it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then what you do is you put a Spanish sardine, uh, put that very top hook right there, from coming out of the main body, not the two trailer hook, but you
Yeah.
put the eye through that top hook, and then you run it at 2.5 knots, uh,
Wow.
and trolling for them,
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
and
That's a big bit of fish and bait for a big fish.
yeah. Well, I was catching 63-pound kingfish.
Yeah.
I brought in two of them one day, and on the boat I was in, and I didn't bring them in. I brought one in, and then my buddy brought one in. But people were looking at them that do kingfish tournaments. They said them were tournament winning fish.
Wow.
So I was like, wow, I never would have thought that. They said, yeah, them were fish that we love to catch to win tournaments with
Okay.
around here. I was like,
Yeah.
damn,
Yeah.
it's surprising. And then you also get into the Spanish mackerel
Yeah.
out
Yeah.
there. A lot of the inland Spanish
They're
mackerel don't
quite
get over
huge
about a
trout.
pound to 2 pounds. But out there, you'll catch some that'll go about 10 to 15 pounds.
Yeah, well, if you
And
get a good Spanish mackerel like that size, that's a good bait for a nice a nice marlin or a black,
yeah, a-
sailfish.
actually, we used to take them mackerel. like that. Especially like the little half pounders.
Yeah,
We use them live and go
yeah,
grouper fishing. We
yeah,
go
yeah,
catch grouper with them, and then once they get up about a half pound, we would cut them up and use them in chunks
yeah.
and
That's
still
right.
catch them grouper.
Yeah, that's when you're swarming in, and then all of a sudden, yes.
Yeah,
I use a bit of wire on mine, so yeah, because we've got the
yeah.
shark
See
around
that when you're doing the kingfish fishing, yeah, you need to have piano wire leader
yeah,
and
yeah,
that attached to your line because if you do try to uh, uh, do it straight to the hook, they'll cut that line every damn
yeah.
time.
Tear it apart with the teeth. Same because we've got bull sharks up here, and we could end up with one of them
Oh,
on our line, you know. So,
we have bull sharks in the Gulf too. They're everywhere.
uh, 7 pound
I
working.
I remember I had about a 25-pound freaking grouper on. I'm pulling that son bitch up, and I watched the bull shark eat it all the way up to its head. I was like, "You son of a bitch!" For everything it was worth, but it did one chop all the way right up to the gills of that damn grouper, man. The head was like this on that grouper, man. It was like about that long, about that big around. It was a huge head on that grouper. Yeah. But when you start having that happen, you got to move, also because uh, when you start, when one gets ate, that puts that blood in the water, and sharks are going to come from everywhere. So you might as well just get up and move. So there's many reasons why I cussed that shark out. Not only did he get my fish, I knew some other sharks were coming. I'm having to move. I have to pack up all my fucking tackle. I have to pack up my rods and reels and everything, and then go move the boat and go down to a different part of the reef and all that. It smells like fish, huh, Kevin?
Sorry, mate. I was just talking to Jules.
Sorry.
She was just spun out because she went on the internet, and the first thing she seen was that one that we've been talking about now with the coppers and the dog attacking the bloke on his backyard. I was just telling Jules, I said, "Yeah, that's old news."
Yep.
She
Yep.
just seen it and thought, "Oh my god," because it actually looks pretty graphic on her phone. It shows the dog really chomping into the bloke's leg when he was down. Those coppers are holding him down as well.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wow.
And
It's funny.
that's another thing they've used police dogs for brutality.
Mm.
Um, Police dogs are supposed to sit there and hold them until the cops can get there and subdue them, and they are supposed to pull the dog off. Okay,
Yeah,
and they just let the dogs just chomp into people and shit like that.
yeah,
Unbelievable.
yeah.
I'll be right back, guys.
Okay, mate. No worries.
All right, be right back.
We still got Dong. .com, yes, yeah, Kev. Smells like fish. Yes. .com just changed. I'll be wearing dog signs. Oh, really? Just changed. I'll be wearing. Due to the price of ammunition, there will be no warning shots. No, I knew that the ammunition would go up over there. You're allowed guns and everything. I think it would have happened here. It did happen here actually in the 70s, 80s. Ammunition was hard to get. Even back in 1940s, father-in-law, his father, they had to shut shop, close everything off, curfew. So it would have been around like 42, 43, if not earlier. Um, yeah, so the price of things went up. So that's what's going to happen with the shotgun shells and ammunition. I think I said see you later, no justice. Not sure. Thanks, Eric. Yeah, so it's happening everywhere around the world. We're all marching. It's great to see. It's a bit of movement for this generation. Our generation still. A bit of movement. 1972 was the last real big movement. And that was for the wrong thing, sending fellas to go and get killed and to kill others. Terrible. It wasn't meant to be, that's for sure. No reason for it, other than help to. It's just hard. War is hard. How can you stop someone when you're going to fire and kill other people that are innocent? Yeah. How you going, Eric? How are you? So, yeah, any fresh blood want to jump up on the panel and have a bit of a yak, I'll put it in the chat for you. If you feel like just jumping up, there we go. There it is, people. And you might have to wait in the back door.
I just realized the people I was waiting on to wake up woke up.
Okay.
Thank you, Eric. So I'm gonna go get ready to go fishing.
Yeah, mate. Good on you. Take care.
All right. Hopefully I'll bring back some good footage of some fish for y'all to see and things like that.
Yeah.
I'll even show the little ones if I catch the little ones because I think
Film it. Keep that camera rolling.
yeah, because even the little fishes are you can make fun of me and have fun.
Yeah.
You can make fun of
Blow 'em
yourself.
up a bit.
Yeah. So all right, guys, I will talk to y'all later. You all try to have a good day. Peachy Rider, there are plenty of people going to have you back today too. I guarantee you, girl. And I'll try to keep an eye on you. I'm going to try to find a Wi-Fi spot. I think I can there, out there by where I'm fishing, because there's going to be a couple of buildings close that I think have Wi-Fi. So,
Oh, cool. Okay, well, peace out, everyone in the chat there. Okay, I'll let you go then. I'll pop out now, Tammy. Thanks, mate, for letting us up. Cheers, buddy.
yeah, you have a good one, bud. Everybody, y'all have a good day. I will talk to y'all in a little while.